What's up guys, Divide here, and today we're covering all the content available this week in Destiny 2 that you should look at getting some of the stuff done before next week's reset on March 18th, along with the latest Destiny news for Destiny 2 Heresy Act 2, also known as Week 6. So this week is the release of Heresy Act 2, so it will be quite a busy week packed with a ton of new content, which brings us the continuation of the Heresy story with a new quest, a brand new activity in the game known as the Court of Blades. We also have 5 brand new weapons that you can get from that activity, along with some more upgrades for the exotic weapon, and a bunch more, all of which you can start working on right now. Act 2 content aside though, we do have a new nightfall weapon to grind, a new rotation of dungeons and raids, the exotic mission, and also a returning event from the past for a limited time that just got a major upgrade, as well as a bunch more that you don't want to miss, so definitely watch to the end. So firstly, starting off, we have the return of the Guardian Games event for 2025, which brings a brand new activity game mode called Rushdown, where you're basically hunting down bosses, and there will be 5 waves. We will have the return of Grandma at the Tower 2, which will give us an overview of the event and have all our rewards that we can get. And one of the new rewards that you'll get is the brand new Trace Rifle, which is just in time for the Trace Rifle artifact perks that just got released with Act 2. Next, the featured Nightfall this week is the Lake of Shadows, and if you jump into the Nightfall to grind, you will be able to grab yourself the brand new Lotus Eater Void sidearm, which is a new Nightfall weapon this week, and it is also a rocket assisted frame, some of the nice sidearms that we all like to use in the game. But farming the normal Nightfall, you will get the regular version, and farming the Grandmaster, you'll get the Adept version as a guaranteed drop from each completion. So definitely something to look at farming. It is worth bearing in mind that you will want to farm this as soon as possible, because after this week it won't be back for 8 more weeks. As for the raids in rotation this week, we see the return of the King's Fall raid, a really fun raid and one of my all-time favourites. But within this raid you can farm any of the King's Fall red border weapons that you might still be chasing, as well as the Touch of Malice exotic scout rifle. But for the second raid featured, it is the Vow of the Disciple, and again like King's Fall, you can farm any red borders that you need from that raid, as well as the exotic weapon that drops from the final boss, so you can just farm the boss over and over until you get that exotic weapon to drop. Moving to dungeons, we have the Spire of the Watcher, a dungeon you might want to consider playing as it will be one of the featured dungeons in the Rite of the Nine event coming up later this season. But alongside that, you have the Shattered Throne again, so if you need anything from those, now is the time to farm before next week when they're no longer in rotation. The last ritual activity featured is the exotic mission, which is the Vox Obscura, which makes Dead Messenger farmable if you still need that exotic, or any of its craftable variants. As for Week 6 Seasonal Challenge, this is your full list of objectives, which includes completing the weekly story, as well as getting a crap ton of bow final blows, stunning champions, defeating enemies with void abilities and ritual playlists, as well as completing crucible matches, so something to keep you guys busy for the week. Other than that, lastly though, here is your Lost Sector schedule for the week, if you are going in to farm any exotic armor. Otherwise, that's all I have for you guys today. This has been your This Week in Destiny PSA for the main things you need to get done before next week's reset. So quite a busy, grindy week, so have fun, and I'll see you guys in the next video.